and they still around. So it's almost like, hey, I dropped my badge because I'm leaving Bigo, but then nope, I don't really leave Bigo, but I'm still here in your situation specifically, you know. So I wouldn't say, but that's not for me to challenge your loyalty with P or even have that sort of a discussion, that you get what I'm saying, on my live, or to bring that up or anything like that. Since you brought it up today, we can't, but I wouldn't have just initially brought that up on my live. But that is ultimately what you did.
Okay, so are you asking me why I dropped my badge if I knew I was
No,
going to come back to Bigo? I'm trying to understand.
no, I
I'm
didn't
really
ask a question at all. I just said,
because
in specific, in your situation, you were leaving Bigo and you dropped your badge, but you still stayed. So it kind of looks like, it looked a little like, oh well, was she really leaving big, or did she just want to drop her badge? You may have some people who look at it like that,
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
because you don't
Then
have to drop your badge to you get what I'm saying. If you got that badge for Pete, then even if I was leaving Bigo, I wouldn't drop my badge. I would just leave Bigo because I don't even have to do it. I don't, you get what I'm saying? I don't have to drop it because I'm holding this badge for P, and I wouldn't want to cause any speculations or embarrassment for the family or any type of conversation or anything like that. I wouldn't want my badge that P gave me to cause any of that. That's
I
me though.
mean, yeah, that's
So I wouldn't have
that's
dropped mine. I would have just left
um
and did what I had to do.
I think that one, I would say that my initial choice to drop my badge or leave the family or even leave Bigo for a while, that was my initial intention. I did not have any intentions based on everything that was going on and everything that I had going on with school. But then when everything cleared up with school, I said, you know what, I started popping back in every now and then. And then I do remember us having a conversation over the phone, and I was talking to you about um, leaving, dropping the badge and stuff. And you asked me the question if I was going to come back. And I said that I would think about it.
Hmm.
So, and then I came back.
Well, so in me asking that question, it was kind of like I thought that was the reason for the conversation. So that's why I said, are you planning to come back? I thought it was a question that I should ask because of the conversation, but I
Well,
wouldn't burden anybody. If anybody, anybody who's dropped their badge, I've never asked. I wouldn't burden them. Like, I'm not a pressurer. Like, do you want your badge back? Are you going to get your badge back? Like, that's just not how I'm set up. I wouldn't do that. I would think that's rude because you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of the type,
yeah,
like, if I make a decision, don't keep questioning me because that'll get on my nerve.
right.
So I don't,
So
yeah.
okay, so this, I'll say this because there's a lot of stuff that I know that you know that only admins or people who was admins before only know
Hmm.
that everybody else doesn't know. But one, I will say there's been I think that there have been a lot of, and this is just my personal opinion, this is no disrespect,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna say it, when I was, prior to everybody getting their admin, it was me and KLB. When P got his family back, me and KLB was assigned as admin,
Hmm.
and then everybody else got assigned admin afterwards. Nobody knew, but at the time I was the one that was assisting him for taking and dropping badges. Then when the accident happened, then that's when the whole separation started with the old church versus the new church situation.
Mhm.
And then it
Mhm.
started becoming too much for me. And the reason why I said it started becoming too much for me, and this again is no disrespect to the church or anybody else, it's we're too grown to be playing childish games.
Mhm.
And I'm just being honest. Nobody has time, especially when they got a job outside of Bigo that they have to take care of, to have to come on Bigo as an admin or as anything to mandate, litigate, cease, decease all childish, immature beef, squander, or conversations that grown adults should be able to hash out, period.
Mhm.
That's number one. And
Mhm.
the fact that there are some people that feel like it's a job for us to take care of childish stuff, and there are people that is older than me. I should not be acting older than how you are.
Right.
You know, you should be teaching me something. I shouldn't be stressed out about. If anything, you should be giving me insight or telling me how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Two, me and P had plenty of conversations. We had plenty of family meetings about a lot of stuff that was going on, about how he likes to operate the church, how he likes to run the church, how he likes to do this, how he likes to do that. The rules of P and the church have changed.
Mhm.
And I'm not putting the blame on you or anybody else. I'm speaking as a dynamic. It has changed. It has
Mhm.
not been the same. For example, I'll give a prime example.
Mhm.
P, if anybody in the church is arguing with somebody else on live that was also a church member, both of their badges would have got snatched.
Mhm.
Bottom line, he would have took their badges and he would have said, until y'all can figure it out and get it together or agree to stop freaking with each other, then y'all can have y'all badges back. He wouldn't
Mhm.
take their badges for them not to have it anymore. He would take their badges until they could figure out a common ground, a grown folks ground to whatever is going on. And he would tell people all the time, you don't have to fuck with everybody in church. Just because we all church, we're not supposed to get along. If you don't fuck with somebody, just block them. You don't have to be in their life. You don't got to support them just because they support me, because you're not here
Mhm.
for them. You're here for me. So
Mhm.
those, it's like it's minor things like that. And I
Now.
think that us at I hold on, I'm sorry. I think that us as admin, when I was involved with the admin, I think that we were starting to look like a clique. And the reason why I say that is because there were like with Lieutenant and Golden, both of them got into it on live.
Mhm.
Technically, if P was here, both of their badges would have got snatched. People started getting on me because I offered Lieutenant her badge back when that was the fair and right neutral thing to do. That's what P would have told me to do, and so that's what I did.
But that's
But
not why
because
Lieutenant's badge was taken, from my
Lieutenant,
understanding.
she did not disrespect P. She and Golden was going at it, and then it all went off from there. P always says, if they disrespect me, that's one thing, but people going at it within the church, that's a different dynamic. But
Mhm.
if both people are going at each other together, it's an equal blame, an equal responsibility, then
Mhm.
they both get their badges snatched. So I fuck with Golden, I fuck with Lieutenant. Technically, both of their badges should have got snatched,
Mhm.
but they didn't. Only
Well, I didn't
Lieutenant's
take
badge got
either. I
snatched.
didn't.
I
I didn't
know, I
take.
know you did it.
Yeah.
I know you did it. I'm just saying, and it's been a lot of stuff, and people be wondering why I dropped my badge, and again, people don't understand the dynamics of everything that happens behind the scenes with the
Mhm.
admins. We deal with a lot behind the scenes. We got to pick up the phone for this person, and this person calling us. Oh my God, tell me why this person doing this. And we got to figure out this. We got to figure out that. It's too much for all a big group of grown people. And P would have said, fuck it. I really don't give a crap. It's been plenty of family meetings that I had to call him and be like, P, they want to have a family meeting so they can hash out the drama. Every time I would call him, he would say, I really don't give a fuck because it's childish. It's nobody cares about what they got going on. If they can't
Mhm.
handle it, they can leave. They don't have to be here. They don't have to sit with this. That was the situation. So I felt like us as admin, we were starting to look like a clique only because if we're going to penalize one person for doing something, we have to penalize everybody that
I
does the
agree.
same or similar thing. We cannot pick and choose who we decide to take from or give, or take from or give, because then it makes us seem as admin as if we are showing favoritism to those who are most liked or more loved, or whatever else, and that's not fair. Even
Let me.
if they're small host, big host, small gifter, big gifter, we
Mhm.
got to be fair all across the board. So it has changed,
I
and that
agree.
is why.
Let me
That is
ask you
why.
something though. Let me ask you
Yes.
something. So, in reference specifically to that lieutenant's badge being taken, I had no clue her badge was taken or any of that. So, but it did get blamed on me, right? We all know.
Yes.
Everyone was aware while it was being blamed on me who actually took it. Nobody stepped up. Nobody said, "Hey, it wasn't Tommy. Leave her alone. Like, knock it off." Nobody does that for Tommy, right? But I want to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when that situation happened, do you think it could have helped had you said, I'd like an admin meeting? I would have been just sitting there because I had no clue what was going on. But do you think that would have been something you could have done versus just dropping the badge? Because this is actually the first time we're hearing this
Right. It
specifically.
is. I'm gonna be
So, and
honest.
we've
I would
talked about
say,
this a lot. So I'm wondering
yeah.
what
I would
made you
say,
not say it before.
I would honestly say no. I would not have said let's do an admin meeting, and the only reason why I say that is because admins do not always agree to the same thing that everybody else agrees to. I could have said what I wanted to say about, hey, this is not right. We need to give this person's badge back. But if everybody doesn't agree to it, then their badge is still going to get snatched. It was plenty of people whose badges got taken when they shouldn't have got taken because there was different admins all involved in the situation.
What?
And
And I'm glad you
at the
said
time,
that because
I'm
we were. Um, well, I know I did. I can't even say we. Let me rephrase that. I'm glad you said that because I went back and I started looking
mhm,
like who is taking all these badges and Journey.
mhm,
It goes
mhm,
all the way back to like P. Back
mhm,
when I did this, the last you could even see the last badge P took.
mhm.
So that was like the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So you could see it, and your name was all through there.
I
Badge
am.
snatch,
I'm
badge
telling
snatch,
you.
man. That's
And
why
you know,
I'm surprised to hear you saying this because you were taking a lot of
so
badges.
yes, because P gave me the authority to
Of
take
course, he
badges.
gave all of us
He
that
gave me
authority.
no, 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 no,
Me
no, no, no,
too.
no. No. But prior to you being an admin, when it was just me and KLB as the admin,
Hmm.
he gave me authority. He had trusted me to know if I snatched somebody's badge, I snatched it for a reason. And then if he wanted to ask somebody from somebody else, or somebody wanted to get added to the family, it was a quick phone call. This person want to get added. You want me to take it? You want me to give it to him or not? He'll say yay or nay, and that's how it went from there. After everybody else got assigned admin, he assigned everybody's admin. It was I remember it like it was yesterday. The man was live. I was not in his live because normally I'm always in his live because he'll always be like, Journey, uh check your phone, or take this person's badge, or I need that taken care of. It was one time I wasn't in his live and KLB wasn't in his live, and he got upset. And so that's when he assigned everybody else admins that day. So everyone else was added to that. But before it was just me and KLB. But what I'm saying is,
There's a live journey where he gives me and you the right to add and remove as we need, as we see necessary. Can anybody find that for me? I'm sure it's handy.
no, I mean, I remember when you were added, when you were a part, when you became church. I remember when you was added as an admin. But what I'm saying was, when P first got his family back, it was only me and KOB as admin. It
Uh-huh.
it literally was
Oh,
for
I know,
for a
Cookie
decent
baby. I
for
know
a
it was
decent
before me, but I'm
yeah,
saying
for a
what
decent amount of time.
by the time P's accident, there was specific um people who he had named who
Hmm.
he trusted to add and delete as, and my name was in there as well.
Yes.
So But again, I never exercised it. How
I
I've been
did.
portrayed. But I would, like I said, and staying on topic, when you go back, you could see who actually was taking a lot of the badges, and your name was there quite a bit. So I'm surprised
Yeah,
that what was that? What was going on? Or like
I
now
was
it's
doing
almost like
what
different. It's almost
I'm
like
trying to
you.
understand what you're insinuating, or
Okay,
what is
so
what you're
focus on
saying.
what we're talking about. We're talking
I'm
about you
focusing.
just okay. You just said that you were feeling away because badges were being taken left and right, right? So
Mm-hmm.
with you saying that, I'm surprised because when you go back and look, you were taking a lot of the badges. I'm not saying it was you by yourself, but you were taking a lot of badges. So, but you had the right to because P gave you that right. But when you
Yes.
then go back and say, well, badges were being taken left and right, you were taking a lot of them. So I'm surprised that that is why things had changed
Well,
for you.
okay, okay. First, let me say
This was
first.
after P's accident, guys. He
First,
told
let me
all of us.
just
So no,
let me.
this is why she dropped her badge. She's telling stay focused. This
Okay.
she's
Okay.
telling us
Can I?
this is why hold on, baby. She's telling us this is why she dropped her badge. Okay. She dropped her badge. Journey just talked. It's my turn. Um, she's telling us this is why she dropped her badge. And because there was a lot of badges being taken. There was a lot of stuff happening. And so, with that being said, this is after P's accident. Well, I'm just saying, I'm surprised that the badge dropping bothered her because she was in on it. No shade. It's no shade. We
I
talking. Go
was
ahead,
not
baby.
okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a
Okay.
second, because I would never disrespect. I'm not one of them. I really am not.
Okay.
Don't call me. I'm not playing. Don't call me. Don't interrupt me. As I was saying in the beginning, when P was in an accident, I was getting the information of what was going on. So I was the one that was, because initially, if everybody remembers, when P first got into his accident, it was a lot of people that was hopping in ops lives, crying, trying to vent to them, trying to vent to this one. It was a lot of op energy going on when the accident initially happened in the very beginning. I'm just being very honest. So if I gotta take a badge for somebody sitting in ops lives, that is a reason to take someone's badge. That is
Absolutely.
what I
Nobody's
find.
questioning
And
that.
no, but what I feel like you're saying is, because one, just the badges being taken or dropped is not the only reason why I dropped my badge. But I feel like the way you're saying is like, oh, if you're saying that that's the reason why you dropped your badge, then what is it when you was dropping and taking badges from then? I don't feel like I owe anybody an explanation on why I took or gave somebody a badge,
So why are
because
you
I
up here having the conversation? I thought we were having a conversation.
no, give me a second,
No,
Tommy,
you've had a
please.
second journey. You've
I'm trying
talked.
to explain myself and you're cutting
Journey,
me
you
off.
have talked and you have explained yourself. I'm not cutting you
You
off.
didn't
You
even
have
let me
talked.
finish
You
what I
brought
was
it up,
saying.
babe. I didn't
I understand that.
I
I
didn't say Journey
understand.
come up here and what we not gonna do, baby, is we're not gonna twist it. You said
I'm
what
not
you
twisting
said. You
anything
just
that
said
you're
it.
saying. I'm not twisting anything that you're saying. I'm not.
Oh,
If you
okay.
allow me to
Because I'm
finish,
not
I will
trying
fit.
to say
I
anything.
I didn't say. I
I
am
just
not
said
trying.
what I said, and what I said was just what I said. I don't mean anything more or less. I'm surprised that you just said in this box that that was one of the reasons that you dropped your badge was the badges were being taken and you were taking so many of them. I don't have a
Okay.
reason to be
Okay, but that is the beginning when everything
yes.
happened, is what I said. A lot has changed from what was happening in the beginning to up until the point where I dropped my badge. It was not the same. And everybody
Well,
was trying to do their excuse. Give me 1 second. Everybody who was admin or whatever else was trying to play their role as best as they could with everything that was going on. It was a lot that was changing over time, on top of the stuff that we all were dealing with as admin and everything else. And that was my breaking point. But before, in the beginning, I did what I felt was best. I played my role until I felt like I couldn't take it no more. But there was never a time where I took somebody's badge or I gave somebody a badge and I did it like I did it unfairly. Everything I did, it was for good reason. It wasn't like I was
oh, I'm
taking
not
somebody's.
saying that at all.
But okay, so when I brought up the situation about lieutenant's badge being taken, I was specifically speaking on the fact of it not being a fair treatment, because technically lieutenant and golden's badge both would have been snatched if P was here. So
And all
that
I asked was, why didn't you make that speakable? I'm wondering why, as an admin, you didn't come to the other admins instead of just dropping your badge. That's all I'm asking.
I well, first of all, when I had hopped in lieutenant's live and I told her she could have her badge back, church was eating me up. Oh, Journey, you gonna give her her badge back, blah 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 blah. Nobody, everybody can, like, you may be cool with taking certain heat and all the other stuff. Everybody was not on my side when I was in the live telling lieutenant she can have her badge back. They was looking at me crazy. Literally, that is what happened. Nobody said, okay, Journey was in the right, because technically lieutenant shouldn't have got her badge snatched. Everybody was saying lieutenant deserved to get her badge snatched when she didn't do nothing but argue back and forth with Golden. And that's just regular stuff that happens all the time. So what was different? What did she do? Did she disrespect P? No, she did not. Did she say something negative about his situation? No, she did not. All she did was go back and forth with Golden. So her badge should not have been snatched.
I agree
Point blank,
with you.
period.
So the
So
person that
what
took it, I'm wondering, Journey, the person that took it was a day one. Why didn't you approach that person instead of just dropping your badge?
I didn't know who took Lieutenant's badge. I did not
Journey,
know who
I
took.
have our text messages where you and I spoke
I
about
did.
who took that girl's badge
I
before you went
when
in that
I was
box.
in her Tommy, when I was in her live, I was in her live. I talked to you after I had spoke to Lieutenant. I did not speak to you before.
But it was before
I
you dropped
talked
your
to
badge.
No, I'm talking about, you just asked why didn't I speak to the person who said something or who took Lieutenant's badge. Me and you
Yes.
had a phone conversation.
I didn't
Me and
take
you had a
Lieutenant's badge.
I understand you
But you
didn't take
knew who you
there.
said you did not know. You knew Journey and
I
you
did.
did not
I
speak to
did
that
not listen.
person. You
I
dropped your
said I
badge.
did not know. I was in her live. I did not know who took her badge at the time when I was talking to Lieutenant. And then I was on the phone with you the same day. We did
And
not discuss that the same day. We did not. It was afterwards. And even when we was on the phone talking about it, you said that you got information from other church members saying that she was being disrespectful when I was told that she wasn't. She was just going back and forth with Golden. So me and you were not on the
so
same page.
so I think no, we weren't. And I think the disrespect, in my opinion, came honestly, I probably kept saying I don't give a fuck because I don't give a fuck about people's badges getting taken. That's not my department. I have basically always, for the most part, allowed that to be anybody else's department besides mine. Okay. How am I tripping? This is a conversation. Why is everybody upset? I'm confused here. I didn't bring this up. Journey came up here and brought this up. So
I'm
how am
not
I
tripping.
tripping? I
I'm
ain't
not
called
tripping at
Journey out the
all.
comments, so now we
I'm
not
not
finna poo
tripping.
poo this. We not finna poo
I'm
poo party.
I'm
I
not
ain't talking to
tripping.
you. I'm talking to the comments. We're
I'm
not.
speaking
Just
to the
stop.
comments.
So I ain't flipped nothing on nobody. Wow.
Okay, well,
I just asked the question. Why does the question, and this is what I'm saying, why does direct communication bother everybody? Before I drop, and this is just my opinion, before I drop my badge, I would have wanted some direct communication. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's
Well,
me though.
that is you, and that's understandable for you to feel like you would want that or you would give that. Me
Mm-hmm.
and you are two different people, and
Right.
I'm not one that naturally, if I feel like it's gonna form in a space of conflict, or not saying that you would give conflict, I'm just speaking in general. I don't like to be involved with mess.
So
I'm
say
not
that then.
mess,
So say that. We
but
are on the
but
messy side, okay? This is the
I
messy
understand.
side of Bigo. So I respect that. I respect that. I don't You don't like it. I get it. And even when we had a conversation before, I told you, I got the messy. You do the praise and the uplift. I got your back. I've written that to you. So I've always stood in support of you. Always. So I'm
Well,
not sure what else
I
is
think
going on.
that I think that uh bottom line is, I just feel like there is a lot of things that have changed. There's
Mm-hmm.
P fucks with everybody. He gon' fuck, especially the ones that he fuck with heavily. He's That's not gonna change anything at all whatsoever. But I would be, I just would not be who I am if I was to say that everything that he would normally do or how he would normally run the family is exactly how the family is being run as a whole, as in general, as a whole. I'm not placing this blame on you at all whatsoever. I was on live earlier talking about the situation, and I was defending what was happening in regards
Mm-hmm.
to you being the blame and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The family has changed, and I can understand why some people, not everybody, I can understand why some people may feel the necessary need to disassociate, because it can be too much.
Okay.
It can be a lot. It can be very childish. It can be way out of line all
Mm-hmm.
day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
So people
So
are gonna fuck with me for having my reasonings, and then you're gonna have people that don't fuck with me.
right.
um uh and that's just what it is. I mean, that
Now,
don't make me no never mind.
can I say this real quick? Now, we do all understand that P is not here, right? None of us can do it or run P's family how P would. So, with
Hmm.
what we decided to put in place, it wasn't because how long have your badge been dropped? About 2 months or
Like 3 months.
3 months. P been gone 4, almost 5. So,
Hmm.
I got you. All right. So, um, so once we saw that it was kind of willy nilly with the dropping of the badges, and I mean that's going all the way back to when the beginning. Okay,
Hmm.
once we seen it was all kind of willy nilly. Tommy K's always the blame. I've taken one badge. Um, we decided to come up with a system
Hmm.
where all the admins it's like there's no one person that makes that decision. So you may see some changes where people badges may not be getting taken instantly, because that does cause such a disruption. Nobody's getting blamed for it but Tommy K, and people are just now deciding to say, well, you know what, damn, Tommy get blamed for everything. This has been going on for months. Okay. Thank you, Tony. So I think that has helped a lot because we're not here to just do it 100% how P would do it because we can't. You get what I'm saying? So what P may do in a situation like you were saying with Golden and the young lady, people were seeing it, however the admin saw it, whatever reason that admin had taken the badge was. I still to this day have she didn't discuss it with anybody why she had taken the admin, and she probably had her own go ahead on and remove badges because nobody said anything. Nobody said anything to her. And I think that all of us have just let things go. We kind of decided not to say anything to each other um,
Mm-hmm.
in order to maybe avoid confrontation or for whatever reasons. We let things go and they snowball when we ignore shit. You know, when we decide to say, hey, TomiKay, I need to talk to you. When we decide to say, Journey, you know what, can we have a conversation, you know, and nobody get mad about it, like really give each other that kind of support. We didn't do that at all with anybody. So, you know, I'm big on accountability. I'm sorry. I just am.
Okay. Well, I feel like the church can be ran damn near close to how P ran it because his rules were not difficult, they were very simple. And I feel like if we all were to come together and understand that we came for P or we supported P or whatever else, we would just focus on what the rules was. We wouldn't change or deviate from those rules. And
Let me,
that's just me being I can understand what you're saying. You know, naturally things are going to change because we're not P, we're not in his shoes, he's not here anymore.
and this
But for
ain't
the
our
people,
family. So it,
and this is not our family, that is true. But for his admin, if he's knowing he's in a situation, he would expect, I believe he would expect his admin to follow closely to what he would do based on certain situations, because that's how it's always been. And I haven't even been with church long. Even the people who've been with church longer than I would, they would have been telling me, Journey, this not how he operate, this not how he roll, this not how we do things. His rules weren't difficult. I just feel that when he got into his accident, it was too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. And
please, can
I
you be
also
specific?
I feel like everybody felt like they had to play a specific role in trying to lead everyone. Everyone.
Please
And
be
it's no
specific.
I'm being
How?
specific. Okay, so for example,
Use
when
me. Tell me. If Where am I in that?
well, you play a part in that. I was saying that earlier. People naturally put responsibility on you to hold the top of the family. You didn't ask for the role, but they put you in the role. And you could either fight or flight. You could choose to stay in it or just get the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
So you play a leader role in the family, whether you want to accept it or not. You play a leader role in the family. And I'm going to be very much honest. You have a very big platform. Church fucks with you heavily. So if you don't fuck with something, the same way P would go live and he would say, I don't fuck with this person, everybody in the church or majority of the church is not going to fuck with them because we're following your lead. That is how it is. That's how it's being seen. You're not claiming it. And I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying your name carries weight. If you have a problem with somebody, everybody in church that fucks with you is going to have a problem with that same person. They're going to troll the same people. They're going to fuck with you heavily. You play a leader role in the church, whether you want to accept it or not. You play a big leader role. Coco is the agency owner and she's also associated with Best of Social Media. She plays a leader role. Shay is admin. She plays a leader role. KOB, his brother, he plays a leader role. Me, when I was admin, I played a leader role. Everybody runs to different people that they feel most comfortable with. They will come to you. I'm pretty sure you have people come to you. Uh, Tommy, I need your help for this. Or Tommy, I got a problem with this. Tommy, I got to deal with this. They will go to KOB. KOB, I got a problem with this. KOB, I got to deal with this. KOB, I need you to help me with this. Journey, help me with this. Kit Kat, help me with this. Shay, help me with this. They would not go to you unless they seen you in a leadership position. So all of us were trying our best in that moment to play a leadership position and it clashed. It clashed in a way of us not coming together to understand as a whole. I'm not speaking on anybody specifically, us to understand as a whole what really we are here for and to stick closely to what he would do if he was here. And then with the church, old church versus new church, that added animosity to everything. So we really was on defensive mode because the old church was like, we don't fuck with the damn mega church. It's old church for life. So that already put us on an edge, whatever else. Even initially when he had the accident, I was the one giving the damn updates to everybody. Then I got trolled as fuck and people started calling me op energy because I decided to be a genuine person to give the family updates. And then it was an op in the family that nobody knew about that was sharing those updates with the ops. And the only person that they can blame that on was Journey. I took that heat. I was the one, even if I had a small platform, I don't care if I had $50, $100, $500 to my name, I would still also be a part of helping everybody out. I was playing a leadership role. I, what is it one day? What was that day, y'all, church, where it was all the little hosts in the church family? They were struggling to get their quota. I dropped like 17 dragons that day on one different host each to make sure that they knew that they were supported. Everybody was playing a different role. That is what I'm saying. Everybody was in a leadership position. So when I say there was too many chiefs and not enough Indians, at the time when emotions are high, we all may not want to listen to each other. We may not all want to agree with each other. We may not all agree with each other. And that could cause tension. That could cause us to clash heads. So for me, if I feel like this is not going to go in a way that I can see it going positively, I'm going to respectfully bow out because I would rather bow out than to go back and forth with anybody that's grown about something that I know P would do if he was here.
Can I say something real quick? I just wanted to speak to the time frame when you were seeing a bunch of badges being taken in the beginning. So right before P's accident, P wanted the family cleaned up of all inactive pages. If they had not been live or been active in a certain amount of time, he wanted them to be removed. So
Mhm.
that's why in that time frame, you'll see a bunch of people were being removed. And that was the reason for that, because he wanted it to be cleaned out of all the people who were inactive.
You
So
mean
those weren't
after the
even,
accident?
this is before.
No,
This is, so
I'm
they
only
were,
talking after the accident because you can see the last person P deleted, and then
right.
after his accident starts the kicking, starts the removing of the badges. The dates are there. I'm only speaking on after the accident.
Right. But I'm saying that that was still going on after his accident.
Oh, okay.
They were still going through the other admin that's no longer admin. They were still going through and cleaning out those pages that had no activity on it. So you're going to see in that time frame, it was a bunch of people being removed in that time frame, even after his accident, but it started before his accident. That was the reasoning for a lot of them being taken out. I just
Mhm.
wanted to speak to that because that is why that happened at that time frame.
Right, I got blamed for it all, right?
Yeah, and
Um,
I honestly feel like Tommy, I can understand your frustration, your emotions behind it, because you have been getting blamed for a lot of shit.
for everything.
I'm not for
And
everything. You've
nobody
been getting
says,
and you
nobody, not one person, people who know the truth, nobody
yes,
steps up and say, you know what, this girl ain't lying about this. I know this to be a fact.
right.
Nobody steps up and says
Okay,
it, and
so
that's fine because I can handle it. I don't care about a op, but I ain't gonna be arguing within the family. I'm not going
right.
to be arguing with people who, and I do the same thing. I might not go throw 17 at a time, but I come around very regularly throwing.
Yes.
And I've been doing it even before I became church. Well, even when I was in Powerhouse, I was doing it. So when you say too many Indians and not enough
Too many
too many
chiefs,
chiefs
not
and
enough
not enough
Indians.
Indians. On the very first day that P had the accident, there was a
Mhm.
message put in the family chat by Pam
Mhm.
who said
Mhm.
specifically, I am in charge. She
She
is in
did.
charge, right?
Yes.
So at that point, um, Where are you referring? Who would be the chiefs? You get what I'm saying? Because
Well,
we
well,
all kind of.
well,
Let me
yeah.
finish. Let me finish.
Go
In my
ahead.
opinion, I know for me, I can only control me. My only thing was to just maintain what I've been doing, and that's go live, get these people in here, and do what I got to do. In reference to making sure P still get some love shown on him. So when you say too many chiefs, like what does that look like? Like what do you
Well,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I just explained.
Hmm.
And when P got into his accident, it was everybody that was trying to do the best that they could, knowing that they were a part of the admin. The admins were already looked at as the leaders left in charge because we were the admins. Even initially, when I was trying to do the best that I could, I was getting blamed for a lot of stuff as well. So I can understand your frustration and emotion behind that.
When I'm
Pam,
confused that
Pam
you even saying
give
that
me a
though.
second.
Go ahead.
Give me, thank you. Pam was taking her charge. I was trying to do my thing and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just like trying to do the best that I could. Then you had Pam that was taking charge, and then you had everybody that was on Pam's side from the old school church that was ride or die hard. And so it was a split between the admins, a split between the old admin church and the new admin church. And yes, it caused a divide, but all of us, we were not on the I feel, I'm just saying how I feel, we were not all on the same page, because if we all were on the same page and we all were able to focus on the overall reason why we were here, we would not have some of these problems that we encountered within the family that could have been and would have been easily resolved if we did it how he would do it, using the regular rules that he set for his family. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
If we're gonna be, and us as admin, we are going to get the most heat, the most smoke, the most light, everything. The attention is going to be on us because we are the only ones that have the access to take and snatch, or to give and don't give, or whatever else. So when I was speaking on the Lieutenant and Golden situation, it wasn't necessarily to pinpoint that particular situation, but it was just to give an example to say, if we as admin are going to hold somebody accountable for something that is considered a basic rule for P, we got to do that for everybody. We cannot be biased or show favoritism just because of how somebody else is perceived or how somebody else is looked. Both of their badges would have got snatched, and then when they got on the same terms, they would have gotten their badges back. It was no different from the uh even with the Joe situation.
That's the
Joe
one
is,
badge I took.
yes, and Joe is P's brother. That's his right hand man. I understand y'all got into a situation. I get that. I know y'all went back and forth and everything. But he didn't deserve to have his badge snatched because he didn't disrespect P.
He didn't.
Y'all
And
just,
you're one of those people who feel that Joe can disrespect me. I'm not going for it.
okay, but this
I'm
is what
not
I'm,
going for it. Joe was very disrespectful to me. And even when he got his badge back, he was continuously disrespectful to me everywhere, in discords, everywhere. So, Journey, I'm someone who I have watched P take somebody. I ain't got to be P. But so that's why I'm very clear. If you do not appreciate my presence, you would have to appreciate my absence. But because I am here for P, I didn't drop my badge. But I will not be disrespected by a family member, and P didn't allow me to be disrespected either. I have said, and any other family member for that matter, I don't want to act like I can't be disrespected, but Lil Golden can. Okay? So that's absolutely why his badge got taken. And anybody who disrespects me or I see disrespecting another family member, because that was one of P's rules too, y'all like to ignore when it come to me. But I'm nobody's doormat and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. If I'm disrespected, or if when you were in the church, if you were disrespected, I'm going to have a problem with that. We can't do each other like that. And P didn't stand for that either. And far too long, people that claim they my friend and people claim that we church sisters and this and that and brothers, they sat back and did nothing. So I don't care, and I'm sure people would understand me popping my shit because I didn't had anything from him. And Journey, to be quite honest with you, I'm gonna just keep it all the way a buck. When P had his accident, I was the only one who continued with what I had already been doing. I was the only one who didn't waver from everything that I was doing while P was here. I was the only one not taking breaks. I was the only one steady going live. I was the only one keeping shit totally together. And when P said he didn't want us coming after people, I'm sure that wasn't when he was thinking somebody was stabbing him in the motherfucking back. So I stand on that. I stand on it. I stand on it. Any type of disrespect, I'm sure P would be. I can't speak for him, and I ain't gonna let nobody else speak to
Yeah.
me for him either. But I
Well,
stand on any decision that I've made. But in the very beginning, up until now, I've done nothing but be in my room when when the badges was getting taken. Again, I never focused on that, so I'm offended that you sitting here acting like I wanted to be a chief. I wanted to be nothing more than a church member and TomiKay, just what I was before he left here. And that's what I've been doing. And anybody trying to act like I've been doing anything else, you are quite frankly a liar.
okay, well, first, I never said you wanted to be a chief. I said you are placed in a leadership position. Those were my
I
exact
was
words.
already in one before Pete left. I
Exactly.
continued
You
with
were
it.
in a,
It
but
had
that
nothing
doesn't
to do
change.
with his accident. Now,
I
there were
never,
people who were placed in a more leadership role once Pete wasn't here, but that's not me. And I think you should put them people where they at. I've always been sitting right here, same views, same everything. So of course she
what
can
I'm
talk.
saying,
If you feel
what,
Journey, anybody down there talking about Journey can't talk, kick them out. I don't care who they is. Kick them out.
what I was saying was, whether you were placed in a leadership position prior to his accident or after his accident, my statement was general in saying you were placed in a leadership position. I didn't say you was placed in a leadership position after his accident. I said, Tommy, whether you want to see it or not, you are placed in a leadership position. Your name carries weight. People do fuck with you. People do support you. And then another thing that I would like to add,
Journey, do you
me and
realize
Pete,
I have more?
me and
Do
Pete,
you realize I have more support than the church? Haven't you heard Pete say that?
well, I don't, nobody's
Press
trying
one.
to
We
talk
got
about,
400 people in the church. It's 6,000 people here. Press one if you're not in the church or Tomcat and you gift me and you support me.
but I never said anything about you having like what I never said.
I'm just
Nobody's trying
tired
to
of that
take your
getting
support.
ignored.
No,
I'm
but
tired of that.
I never said you didn't have support outside of the church. We all know that you have support. We all know that you are a top host. Nobody is taking that from you. I feel like you're taking it personal based on us having this conversation because you have been attacked by those comments from
And
other people
nobody stood
before.
up.
But
Nobody
I'm
knew
not
the
saying,
truth.
but
Don't
Tommy,
ignore
I'm not
that.
saying that
Because
to
instead
you,
of you
but
stepping up,
you're putting the
instead of you
frustration,
standing
you're
up,
putting
you
the
dropped your badge
frustration
and you
that,
ran.
but
Instead of
listen, you're
standing
putting
up
the
and us standing
frustration,
together
you're
for
putting
peace,
the
you
frustration
dropped your
that other
badge
people,
and you ran.
you're
All of
putting the
y'all been sitting
frustration,
around watching me get
Tommy,
attacked.
you're
Every last
putting
one
the
of y'all.
frustration you're putting the frustration of other people throwing your name in the mud, publicly or not
No,
publicly.
I'm putting the blame,
You're
I'm putting the accountability where it's at. People that know the truth don't talk, they don't speak. People
Okay,
who
well,
know the truth, I'm putting it direct.
your
When you
me
had your
me
badge, you knew the truth. And instead of standing for the truth and standing with P, for P, with me
I
and
still
us,
stand with
you
P.
dropped your
I
badge and
still
you
stand with
ran. That's what
I
happened.
still stand I still stand with P. I still do what I was doing for P and his family off the
I'm
offline.
not
There's
saying
nothing that
that, Journey.
there's
I'm
nothing
talking
that changed.
about
No,
you.
because
You
you're
talking
making
about
it
me
seem
being
like
offensive.
I don't, Tommy, I'm
We're gonna
telling
be
you as
truthful
the
about
truth.
why I'm
I
offensive.
I no, but this is what I'm saying. Me dropping my badge or me not standing up for you, if you're gonna get mad at me, then you need to give that energy to every other admin that also knew the truth.
Baby,
But
I ain't
because
mad
I'm the
at
one
you.
that's,
I'm
but
just
give me a
saying you
second,
up
because
here
I'm the
like
one that's
you
sitting
really
up
saying
here,
so you up
because
here
I'm the
saying
one
all of
that's
this,
sitting up
but you
here
didn't
trying to give
stand
you a
on none of that.
conversation.
You
You
just
feel the
talking
need
it,
to give
Johnny. You
me
didn't
all of the
stand on none
energy.
of it,
You
babe.
need to give all of that energy to everybody
I'ma
that
give
knew,
it to
not
you
just
because you
me.
got in my
Give it to,
box.
yeah,
You
but
got
you
in
need
my
to spread
box.
that out
I'ma give it to
equally.
you because you got in my
You're putting
box.
all your frustrations out on me, and you need to spread that
I ain't
equally.
taking
It's
none
more
out
than
on you,
one
baby.
person.
I'm just being
It's more
truthful
than
with
one
you.
person that
You
knew the truth, that
specifically.
did not defend you,
You
that you still
specifically
line,
did
that
not
you still
defend
talk
me,
to,
but you
that you
want
still call your
some
brother,
type of
that you
special
still call your
treatment.
friend.
You specifically. You did.
Stop calling me. There is more than one person that knew the truth that you still fuck with, that you still line with, but because I'm in the box trying to have a mature conversation
I
with you,
make money
one as
with
a
him. I
woman,
don't make
you're
money
giving
with
me
you.
all the
You
energy, and you
line
need to
me
give
to
the
talk
energy
about
equally to
nothing. Me
everybody.
and you,
Give
you
the
line where we can
give
make
the
money at.
energy equally
You
to
line me to
everybody,
talk about
not
childish
just
stuff.
on me.
This my
Give the
live. This
energy
my
to
platform.
everybody
I
equally.
run this
Give it,
motherfucker.
give it
You
to
run yours
everybody
how
equally
you
that
run
knew
yours.
the
I
truth.
run mine how I
Give
run
it,
mine,
give it
Johnny.
to everybody
Good
equally.
God in my box. Goodbye. This my live. This my life. Me and you can't line and make no money together. What are you talking about? I'm not finna sit up here and half-ass my motherfucking Bigo shit. No. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. That don't make Dre Baby my friend. That don't make Dre. You ain't said shit to Joe. You want his badge back. And he's standing there while niggas dragging pee and he don't say shit. He don't even try to argue. Y'all gonna have to kiss my ass on that one now. You gonna have to. At least I'm jugging a motherfucker. Don't talk that shit to me. You kissing a nigga ass that stands right there and don't open his motherfucking mouth. He be kicking rocks and shit. Loo-de-loo. Licking his motherfucking nose and shit. Stop playing with me. Y'all too selective for me. Don't say a motherfucking thing to me long as you kissing Joe ass while he stand over there while niggas laugh about peace situation. Long as you see me jugging a bitch, I try to take a bitch straight out the out the kill a bitch. Fuck you mean like I'm just sitting there. Girl, you sound stupid. You sound crazy. Just what P would do. P used to line all them motherfuckers up. You ain't finna act like I'm doing nothing wrong, cause I ain't. And goddamn it, if I'm wrong for doing that, I'ma die wrong. But what is wrong is a nigga standing there while niggas sitting there dragging this goddamn man, laughing at him, and the nigga standing there watching him. He don't give a fuck about y'all. Joe give a fuck about self. What he did for P. I bet he ain't sent shit. But calling him his brother. Y'all look at shit in all the wrong way. And y'all know who y'all is. The ones got a problem with me lining with Dre Baby. This is fucking work. Dre Baby is a fucking co-worker. When we lined up, I'm seeing him at the motherfucking water cooler. You don't understand that? Oh, fucking well. Fuck y'all think this is. Yeah, and I drag his motherfucking ass too. And I drags his ass too. I bet you ain't standing there kicking rocks when the nigga talking shit about him. Fuck you mean. He laughs when they talk about his brother. Y'all some fake ass, y'all too fake for me. Too fake for me, baby. No shade.
My Aquarius sister.
Fuck out of here.
You know.
See,
Let me
they
tell you
trying to
something,
control.
Tommy.
It's like they want to control me, but they not controlling the right shit. If you
Oh,
had the
we
right shit
Aquarius is
controlled under
uncontrollable.
control, we wouldn't have no problems. But I'd be
You can't
goddamn if
control
I
us.
finna be missing out on shit and a motherfucker standing up there. I ain't lying Dre for the whole time P been gone till last week. And you motherfuckers got something to say?
Let me tell you something, Tommy.
I don't
My
trade with Dre.
Aquarius son sister. Let me tell you something. Everything happens in divine timing.
Yes.
Everything. It
Mhm.
was a reason why you and Pastor made up. All that shit, it was a reason for all that. Cause let me tell you something. It take a strong motherfucker to sit where you sitting at. Can you imagine a motherfucker who just dropping shit and running and going and, can't take the heat and all that shit? This whole motherfucking church would be in the uproar. It wouldn't even be a church.
Oh, but what I said, I'm wrong. And they know it.
You ain't
Y'all
wrong.
quitting, dropping badges, don't go live. What? Shit, I dropped my badge. I told them motherfucker take it. Take it. And
You
then
ain't
what?
wrong, Tommy. Motherfuckers wrong for not standing for you when everybody coming against you. But you do got those of us who do stand with you. So you
Absolutely.
ain't alone. You ain't alone, baby.
And dropping your badge and starting another family is causing division. Because them people that's in Key family, they're going to go over there and they're going to be over here and all that shit. Y'all do that kind of shit. I'm not
Yeah,
dropping my badge for a motherfucking thing.
that part. Like I said, everything happens in divine timing. You sitting where you sitting for a reason,
Sound crazy.
for purpose. And trust me, it's noted. So I wouldn't even sweat that shit. But
I'm
calm down,
not.
sister.
That's why
But
I
let me
voted for
tell you
something.
other motherfuckers out there. Not to the church, I'm talking about to them ops who listening. Let me tell you
Happy
fuckers
birthday.
something. They always say it's a myth. When Aquarius gets to Aquarius, Satan himself take a motherfucking seat. Cause we ain't for none of the bullshit and we ain't for
No,
the
and
weak.
it's high time for it to be over. All the poo poo and
So,
fake shit, that shit over with me. I'm telling it like it TIS. Straight up.
exactly.
And that shit
Love
fake
you,
too.
Tommy.
Love you too, mom.
Reset though, baby. We don't want to get, clipped.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy. Hey, church. Hey, Tomcats. I am so glad that this conversation is being had
Me
today.
too.
And thank you to Journey for even bringing it up because see, folks that know me know that I'm very real. I can't stand fake stuff, but a lot of times I may not speak on things only because out of respect. And my respect with brother Keith because he had respect for me. And those of you all that know the story, that's the reason why I rock my spade. Okay, but Journey, this is the one question that I have for you because I heard you say that there was more Indians or more chiefs and not enough Indians. Um, anytime you have a business, because see, the church is a business, however you want to look at it. Okay. You may not like everyone, your co-workers or your other admins, but everyone needs to be on the same accord, which means that a conversation or a meeting would need to be had before it everything blew up like it did. Now, I will say, when folks' badges were getting dropped, not one time, Journey, had I ever heard you come forward and say, I am the one dropping the badges. That blame did go on to Tommy. And that's when folks began to get on that bandwagon. Everything is Tommy's issue. Because let me just stop right here. Because why did you drop your badge in the moment that you finally hit your first millie, Journey? And didn't Tommy assist you in getting there?
We
And
assist.
why did you leave? I don't know if you helped or if you even gifted when she got it, but that was her first millie. But why did you leave right then when you could have stayed behind and helped the host of the church? So
Let
I
me
heard you
ask
say you
them.
gave I heard you say you gave 17 dragons. Was that before or after the millie?
Journey's here. Call.
I can get down, Tommy. Let
Okay,
me
and
get
come back,
down. I'll come
Nikki. I'll
back.
add you up next.
Okay.
Come on, Journey.
Okay. And then, yeah, because if she can come up, we can have a conversation. I would love that.
It was after I had hit my milli quota. It was after, actually, it was literally right before, because I had one big on Yummy Bigo, and I was able to do business with my agency owner 20, and that's when I was able to drop all of those dragons on the little host. Number one. Number two, I don't need to be who Tommy is or who anybody else is that is comfortable with getting involved in the mess. I'm not the one that comes on live and want to do all of that. If you got it like that and you for the heat, you for the smoke, then by all means you can do it. I don't need to do that. That's not my lane. I will say that from the beginning when I was first on Bigo. That's not my lane. So if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it.
But
Tommy is involved.
she's never
Tommy,
been
And
asked to
that
do
is your
that. In
choice.
fact,
but
we
but
But
this is
again,
what
encourage her
this
to
Journey,
is what.
stay
So hold on,
positive.
I'm sorry. Give me a second. Give
Go
me a
ahead, baby.
second. Tommy is saying, and you're saying that we didn't speak up, or we didn't come to her defense, or we didn't go to bat or fight for certain things that was happening or that was going on. There is a lot of stuff that I know that I cannot
but we're not
speak.
going to
Give
deflect
me
though,
a
Journey.
second,
Let
ma'am,
her
because you're
talk.
Journey,
cutting
we're
me
Let her
not going
off.
to
talk
You're
Lisa.
not
deflect
cut.
though.
You're cutting me
Let her
off. You're
talk.
cutting me off. Let me talk. There is a lot of stuff that I know. I am also in connection with his family. There is a lot of stuff that I know that I can't speak on, because if I speak on it, then it breaks the trust that I have with his family and making sure that I get the updates that I need to know to make sure P is good. And I'm not going to jeopardize that. I'm not going to put that at risk, because my overall purpose is him. It is not anybody on this app. So if I know for a fact, if I speak, that is going to cause things to come in an uproar, knowing that I know so much, because I do know so much, I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm not going to speak on that. If one of his family members say, Journey, this is what I would like for you not to do, this is what I would like for you not to get involved in, I'm going to respect that, and I'm not going to get involved with it. To y'all, it may seem like I'm over here not defending Tommy, but there have been plenty of conversations, and I did call Joe the same fucking day that his badge got snatched, and I told him the same thing that I told Tommy when I called her, and I said to both of them, this is not right at all whatsoever. If y'all can't get along, that is a whole different situation, but he had the right to have his badge given back to him. And I only say that because, yes,
He
he
really didn't.
disrespected you.
But
Give
I
me a
went
second.
on ahead and
Give
agreed
me a
it wasn't
second.
that
We
Give me a
didn't give
serious.
her a
second.
But
whole
He
second.
anybody
disrespected.
disrespect me,
I understand. Give
badge
me a
should be
second,
taken.
Tommy. Give me a
Anybody
second.
disrespect any
He
church
he
member
did.
in
Give me
public,
a
badge should be
Gi-
taken.
Give me, and if that's the case, Golden's badge should have been taken. Anybody, if it would have been a different situation, if and
I
I'm
wasn't
saying this,
in that
I,
department.
but this is,
Well,
and
why
that's
didn't
what
you
I'm
take
saying.
her badge then, Journey? You
Give
got the
me,
Right.
authority. Why
give
didn't
me
you
a
take her badge,
second.
Journey? And
I
then
dropped excuse me, ma'am. I dropped my badge right after the lieutenant situation. I didn't want to deal with any of that anymore. That is why I no longer got involved with it. When I hopped in Lieutenant's live, I said, Lieutenant, you can have your badge back. And then everybody started to get it on me, making it seem like I was wrong for being fair. I have always been fair as an admin ever since I was a part of the church. It has never changed. P snatches everybody's badge that disrespects on both ends. He don't care who it is. Even when Ari and Gucci was going back and forth and they was in the freaking family, he was going to take both of their badges. He was going to give both of their badges back. He don't care how high your name is or how low your name is. If you disrespecting each other, either y'all gonna hash that stuff out or y'all gonna let it go. He's been fair all across the board. So yes, Joe was disrespecting Tommy. Tommy and Joe were both going at it. If P was here, P would have spoke to both of y'all and said, if y'all can't get that stuff together, then this is what we're gonna do. He would not have said, okay, Joe, I gotta snatch your badge because Tommy is being disrespected, knowing that both of y'all was going back and forth at it with each other because Joe is a close family member of his. Joe, P says it all the time. All the time. So yes, I get it. You felt disrespected. That's one thing. But if we're going off of P, if we're doing this for P, then technically that was not a reason to take his badge, because that wasn't about P. That was about you. When I first was in the live, or when I first was dealing with the issues when P first got into his accident, and I was giving updates, there was a person from church that came in my live and hopped in my box and started disrespecting me heavily. Who the fuck are you to give the updates? You ain't no kin to P. You not close to P. Everybody said snatch her badge. Take her badge, Journey. What did I say? I said no, because if I took her badge, that would be personal. And she didn't disrespect P. She just disrespected me. So I've always been fair across the board. And it has not been fair since he left. And I think that people are getting that twisted. I'm not trying to attack anyone or try to make it seem like Tommy's doing this or Tommy's doing that. I did not speak out and say, okay, you know what? This is what's really going on. This is what Pam is doing, or this is what this person is doing, this is what that person is doing, because that's not what I do. When I go live, I don't go live for mess. I don't go live for drama. Now, you can feel how you
We
feel
didn't
about
expect you to
not
do that. I
you can,
never expected
exactly,
you to
but
do that.
how can you say that though, but then come to me in my or on this live and then be like, you didn't stick up for me,
Oh,
Journey.
I'm
You
not
didn't
talking
go to
about
bat
with
for me.
Pam, baby. I
I'm
spoke
speaking
up for
in
myself with
general.
Pam. I spoke up for
I'm
P
I'm
where
speak
Pam was
I'm speaking
concerned.
in
We
general,
all know
Tommy.
the truth with that. I didn't need that. I don't need you to speak up for me at all. Listen, please
Okay,
give
but
me make sure I'm clear.
you
Let
said
me
on
make
the
sure.
live.
Let me make
You
sure
said
that
on the
I'm
live.
clear. If you want a certain level of sympathy or oh Journey, hell,
I
why
don't
wouldn't
want
I
any
want it?
sympathy.
But you have to
No.
give it. You have to give it in order to get it. You have to give it. So I don't have any sympathy and I've always encouraged you to stay positive. I'm not retracting anything I said. Please let me talk.
I
I'm
didn't
not
say anything.
retracting anything that I said. What we were going with the conversation. In the conversation, I simply just pointed out that when all of this was going on, I had no clue what was going on with the badges, and everybody knew that, especially Journey, because we all can see who's taking the badges. Okay, even once it kicked in, where church badges are being taken because they trying to say they was cleaning closets, but okay. But even when it came to badges are being taken, every admin could see who was taking badges. Okay, we all could hear that TomiKay was being blamed. Nobody stepped up and said, no, it's not Tommy. Even to the family. Because just because you're in the family, you can't see whose badges are being taken. I ain't saying go live and go public. Even within the group chat, in the family, nobody, not one admin, stood and said, you know what, hey, we're standing with Tommy. We don't want it, ain't no confusion. Um, Tommy is not who's taking the badges.
Okay.
Like I always say, long as my family know what's going on, long as you guys know, the people in the mega church know what's going on and have my back, I'm cool. But I'm not gonna I ain't gonna fight in the family, but I will fight these ops all day long. And
Okay.
Journey, you were trying to bring up me lining with Dre Baby. I don't.
I
Um,
never said anything about Dre Baby. What are
you
you
didn't
talking
just say
about?
that in this live right here.
I did not say nothing about Dre Baby. I never said nothing about Dre Baby.
What
I
did
never did.
What did you?
I said I did not say nothing about Dre Baby. What I said was, if you are going to place the blame as far as people sticking up for you or defending you or going to bat for you in regards to things that you was getting blamed for, then you need to have equal responsibility for everybody that was admin that knew the same stuff that I knew. That is what I
I
said.
do. I'm saying nobody stood up for me, baby. You the only one that
Yes.
decided to come in my box and you brought this up, baby. Okay,
Okay. And
that's
then
the only reason you and I are having this discussion. Had you not came in this box and brought this up, you brought this up, Journey. I didn't call you up here and start talking about this. I was talking about Ghost.
okay.
And
Okay.
I'm going to finish about Ghost. I'm not
Go
going to
ahead.
stop talking about him. I know we're distracted now, but I'm not going to not bring up what I need to bring up about Ghost because it does need to be known. And Ghost did tell a lie on the megachurch.
Okay.
Okay.
You can ask Coco, you can ask Shay, you can ask Kit Kat. I've had plenty of conversations with them when I was an admin in defense of you and everything that you were going through. Not only you, but everybody else. You may not have been in on the conversation. You may not have known that, but I have talked to all of them about everything that was going on. I just didn't come on live to disclose anything, but you can ask them. We were all equally, including myself, we were all in support of you all the time. There was
Oh,
never
okay.
a
Now
time
that's
where we weren't
different.
in.
Okay.
It's not different. You can ask them. It's
No, no, no,
not
no, no,
different.
no. I believe that. I know
Yeah,
behind this.
because I
I'm not
really feel
down
like
that, baby.
I
I know
really feel
behind the
like I
scenes.
really I really feel like okay, and this is the thing. Support support is support. You just said on here, you don't expect me to go live and do this and do
At
that or
all.
do whatever.
I
But there was
told you
never,
that
but
in text too,
hold on.
right? Haven't I told you
Yes,
that
you did.
months before you dropped your
Yes, you
bed?
did.
Okay.
Yes, you did. But what I'm saying is, you just said you don't expect me to do that. But you also said that there was no admin or you didn't see any admin or hear about any admin going defense of you and trying to get this stuff
You
resolved, knowing
defend
that
Joe
there
in
was,
public, so you're not afraid of the mess. You defend
I,
Joe in public,
but I'm talking to you about this
but so
now,
you're
and
not
I'm just
afraid of the mess,
and I'm
baby.
giving a clear and
I just want
no
to
no no
be
no no no.
real, Journey.
I'm
That's all.
but
I don't want to be
Joe
fake.
is listen to what I'm saying, Tommy. Joe is a sensitive topic, and I get that or whatever, but it's a fair example to bring up
And
based on
because
what
he's a
my
sensitive
original.
topic for you, Joe gets
No,
to
it's not a
disrespect
sensitive
me.
topic for
No,
me.
ma'am.
It's not.
Okay,
But
beer
Tommy,
gang.
this is and
Lisa,
this is what
you
I
come
and
back up, baby. Come back up,
this
Lisa.
is what I'm this is what I'm saying too. And just hear me out on this. Just hear me out on this. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. We are all supposed to be here for P. We are all supposed to be here for P. Everybody in church has gotten disrespected from a churchman. Not maybe everybody, but majority of us has been in a situation or a score or whatever with somebody from the church, and we all still a part of the church. You saying that you're not going to be disrespected by Joe and taking his badge, that goes against you not taking or somebody or Golden's badge not getting snatched when Golden was disrespecting another church member. You cannot pick and choose when you want to have these certain rules. You have to be fair
I
across the
wasn't
board.
in on any badge taken
I did
besides
not say
Joe's.
you was in on
So
any
if I'm not
badges, but
aware of if I'm not
I'm
into the
getting a
badges,
general.
the
But
badges
Tommy,
wasn't my
can you
department,
see?
babe.
But can you see? It's all admin's department. It's just some people were more comfortable with taking and giving badges than
So
others.
I
That's
let
all. But
y'all have
everybody.
it. I'm more
But
comfortable
this is
on
what
my
I'm saying,
live. I let
Tommy.
y'all have it.
You how
Pass
can
the
you not?
P81, y'all, while we talking right quick. Pass the
Can you
P81. Can
understand?
y'all share that for me right quick? It's 6.5 thousand of us in here. Can y'all share that? Pastor
Can you
P81, please.
understand?
Pastor P81.
Can you
Share it in the comments
understand?
for me.
Can you understand why or how people would perceive you taking his badge because of him disrespecting you and then you
Hold
getting
on, Johnny.
upset
I'm sorry. I
because
didn't want to, Johnny. I didn't want to stop you. Did you know that he's been hanging out with 21 multiple times right after uh, P got in his accident and 21 totally disrespect P like multiple times. And
You know that.
you know, Joe is my brother. I told him, and other people told him, and he continues by doing that. So not not just because. Joe and Tommy got into it. He's been continuing hanging out with 21, and she's a op, and she's always been talking bad. There's one time she got to stop talking about P, and somebody sent her a text and said stop talking about P. So um, other than that, we got past this. I don't know why we going back to this. You might not know Journey because you've been on the righteous side. So I don't want
well
nobody on you. I don't want nobody talking
no
shit about you.
it's
Nothing.
if people are going to talk stuff regardless, it is what it is at this point. I mean, people are going to pick sides, people are going to have their own opinions. That is fair. I'm not saying that's not fair, but what I'm saying is if we're going to penalize one person for one thing, then everybody should be penalized for the same thing technically. Because I fuck with King B, but King B was y'all had a conversation on live about King B being around 21 and he explained himself. He got a chance to keep his badge.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, they
That's
have
fair,
and
right?
again, I ain't
uh
into the
That's fair.
badges. That's
But this is what I'm saying. This is
y'all.
what I'm
That's
saying.
y'all. Let that be
It's
y'all
perceived as
thing.
if it's perceived as if we're showing favoritism. I'm not
who
putting
put them
no
on?
stuff or no smoke.
Because
Hold
Tommy
on,
is
beer
getting
gang.
blamed.
Hold on, beer
Tommy
gang.
is
Hold
getting
on, beer gang.
blamed for that.
Hold on, beer gang.
Okay.
I'm not saying that Tommy is the blame for that. I'm not saying that. I said this whole entire
That ain't
live
what
in
he's
general,
saying.
in general, if we're gonna hold one person accountable for something, then we should be fair across the board. So technically, if Joe's badge got snatched for being or hanging around 21, then King B's badge should have got snatched. If Lieutenant's badge should have got snatched, then Golden's badge should have got snatched. If Joe's badge should have got snatched, then Tommy's badge would have got snatched as well. They would have got their badges back, but P would have took both of their badges because he cares equally about both of them. One is not higher than the other. And you
somebody
saying, okay, well, I'm
somebody
not
said I
gonna do
lined
this.
up with 21 the
Yes,
other
you
day.
you saying that, oh, I took his badge because I will not be disrespected and everything
At
else.
all.
That automatically causes people to perceive as if we have to follow your lead.
Mm-mm.
If that's But
Not
it
at
does,
all.
Tommy. Just listen. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Let me
Mm-mm.
finish this real quick. Let me
If
finish
that's
this real
what you
quick,
think
please.
me demanding
No, but
respect
I'm just.
mean,
But listen to
okay,
what I'm saying.
I will
Listen
not
to
be
what I'm saying.
disrespected at all. And if it's too much, hey, it is what it is. I will not be disrespected at all, period. I don't want beer gang disrespected either. So the same thing that I'm saying I won't be disrespected, I'm not gonna
And
watch somebody
I'm just
disrespect
being
beer
fair.
gang either.
I'm just being fair because when Pam came and said, "Hey, I'm on this side," Joe, as a man, I don't get into that bullshit. Joe shouldn't have to say, "Yeah, fuck the other mega church. I'm with you, Pam." He didn't have to do all that. It was just consistently stuff I seen. But I still fuck with Joe. He a real nigga. But on here, it's some shit
On
that's
here, he's a
is questionable.
pussy because he doesn't
I ain't gonna
take up
call him
for
that,
P
but
at
it,
all. He doesn't even defend P, and P could be right in his face, laughing at
so
P and saying the worst shit. He don't even say
so
nothing. At least I say
yeah.
something.
So the shit heard from 21, I got that on recording. It's uncalled for. So, but Journey, I love you. We need to let Tommy do her thing, and we'll just keep on moving.
Well, I came back in the box because somebody wanted to ask me a question, so it
Yeah,
wasn't like I was
them
trying to
questions was dumb as
interrupt
fuck.
her segment or whatever she has
Yeah, them
going on.
questions. We
It's
know
a
you
I
the
show,
don't
truth.
need no.
baby. It's
We know you the
6.6
truth.
thousand
We know
people
what
here
you
for
about.
show.
See, and that's what I'm saying, Tommy. You're taking that personal, and I'm not trying to be funny. I just said I'm not trying to interrupt your segment
You,
and what you have going on. And you're saying, "Oh, it's a show, baby. It's a show,
it
baby." That's
is a
throwing shade,
show. It's
but
a
you're throwing
show.
shade. You're throwing shade, and it's no reason for
Okay,
that.
Journey. Have a good night, baby. Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, the only thing I really wanted to come and say, because it was just so sad, it saddens me that, even in the beginning with the church issues and stuff like that, and you were taking a lot of the blame, where, like I said, if conversation could have been had with the admins, maybe it would have been a different outcome.
It
Who
should have been.
knows?
I
But
hold all of us accountable for that.
right. I mean, a conversation could have helped, but then not one person just continuously get blamed and no one stepping up and taking accountability for their actions on what they did. See, that's what I was saying as far as, being fake and just say what it is. All this could have been avoided. And then when you want to say that, Journey, when,
I don't think Journey jealous. I
Tommy
don't know
never
who
once
saying that.
ever
Anybody
said that
saying
she
that?
wanted to
Don't
be
say
over
that.
the church. No, no, baby. It doesn't matter if I'm church or not because I'm standing for what is right for P in his organization, which is the church. So I need you all to stay on tack because see, I know a lot of times on this app, folks would rather see or hear a lie than the truth. Okay, so I
Hmm.
get why there's some that may be mad or whatever the case may be, but it may be a lot that may dislike me, may dislike Tommy. Who cares? But the fact of it remains: if all of them was able to have a conversation and not blame all the blame being on one person, then maybe it could have balanced out. Because at one point, where do I hear any of you all asking where was Journey after she hit that 1 milli to help the church people, the host in the family? Where in the church did the folks ask when she did the raffle, where did the money go? But then that's when that narrative came about where Tommy was stealing money out the
Wait,
church. I
she did
mean,
a hundred
I'm just
percent
saying,
raffle where the money got gave to the people, right?
no, to my understanding, that raffle was for Keith.
Oh,
In
okay,
the
okay.
very beginning, in the very, very beginning.
Oh,
Because see, that's what I'm saying.
chokehold.
You
Let
can
me
just
land
watch
Journey.
how
I
people
had no
move.
clue. I just participated in it. I didn't even go, but I sent my money. I didn't know. I had no clue. That's why I'm asking.
And I'm right. And that's what I'm just saying. See, that's
I
why
don't know
people
what the
want to be
fuck you talking about.
selective
Everybody
on
knows
what
that that
they
was a
hear.
hundred
Hold on,
percent
Lisa, let
Journey.
her
raffle, and
Just
I
give me
had
a
to
talk.
minute,
show it.
please.
Everybody
Lisa,
knows
let
that
Journey.
was
her
a
talk.
100% raffle. Everybody knows that was a 100% raffle, and I have receipts, and I show everybody where that money went to. It went to the people who won it. I
Right,
came on Tommy's live and said we're gonna do something the same way P would do it every
right,
Sunday. You over here trying to start some mess, and you a
right.
messy ass
No,
bitch,
ma'am.
and don't
I'm not
nobody
trying to
fuck
start
with
any
you.
mess.
We don't
I'm
even
just
know who
speaking
the fuck
Yeah,
about
you
that
just
are,
what
money
the
and
got
you
facts
coming
are,
up
sent
here
straight
Journey.
doing
to
way too
somebody,
much.
Lisa. Don't
You're
say
doing
Journey.
it.
way too much. You're
Journey.
Yeah,
coming up
that's
here.
too
You're
much
coming
there.
up here
Journey.
Ain't
talking
nobody
about
stole no
no.
money.
You're coming up
Journey.
here
No,
Mm-mm.
I
talking
am
about.
No,
not
no.
You're
starting
coming
no
up
mess,
here.
but
That
You're
girl ain't
Journey.
coming up
stole no
here
money.
trying to throw. No, Tommy.
Right.
You're
I know
coming
you
up
Journey.
here,
didn't.
Miss Lisa. It's you're coming up here trying to start some
Journey, will
shit,
you let
and then you're
anybody else
asking
speak?
questions
I'm
like,
not
"Where?"
arguing with you,
Let me
honey.
let you. And I'm
I'm
arguing
not
with you.
arguing with you,
I'm arguing
Journey.
with you though. I got
Then why
smoke
are
with
you
you though. But I
upset?
got smoke with you though. Let me tell you where
Because
the fuck I was.
you
Let me
can
tell
have
you where the
smoke with
fuck
me,
I
but
was.
I'm just
Let me
asking.
tell you
And
where
then
the fuck I
why do
was.
you not
Lisa,
ever
Let
you
me
take
tell
wrong
you
accountability
where
though.
the
for
fuck
your
Lisa,
I
you
was.
actions,
wrong.
Journey?
Mute her. Mute her. Mute
Lisa,
her.
you wrong.
But you've
Mute
been
her.
Listen.
talking the whole
Mute
Listen,
her.
time.
Mute
Lisa.
But
her.
you've been
Mute
Listen,
talking the
her.
whole
Lisa.
time.
Mute her.
Listen.
Let me tell you where the fuck I was after I hit my millie in June. I went to medical school. I have two kids that I have to take care of. 2 years worth of degree and 5 fucking months that I had to deal with. That's where the fuck I was. And I was still supporting the church offline. I don't need to come on live to show your ass that I'm doing what I was doing when I first got here in the motherfucking place. You
Right.
coming up here being messy as fuck and you don't know what the fuck you talking about. So you just like one of them other bandwagon assholes that just want to hear or be heard of because you want attention. We don't know you, sis. We don't give a fuck about you,
Right.
sis. We don't care about you, sis. You don't have a badge, sis. So you really don't have no right to speak on anything. You are not church. Just because you have a fucking spade in your name don't mean you loyal to church. P even said that many times when he was in his live. He don't even fuck with everybody in church. He already know that there's some people in church that's some ops. You don't own shit. Don't come up here trying to start some shit
Yeah, we
when
ain't doing
everybody
that.
knows that I have been one of the most loyal people in the freaking family. He has
Yeah,
never
we ain't
questioned
doing
my
that. Yeah.
loyalty, my trust, or anything. Don't come up here with
Ever.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I will have smoke for you, sis. I will put my
Yeah.
hands on you. I will pop you. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. Get your ass down because you ain't
Yeah.
got shit else to say.
Lisa, I'm gonna put you in the comments, baby. That one cool. We are not. That girl ain't never stole no money. That was a
The fuck is
hundred
you talking
percent
about?
raffle. That went 100% to the people. But Journey, this what I mean. People will put shit out there, and we need to be a voice for each other. I would never listen to somebody say something that's untrue. I would have to, but that's me. I would have to say no, ma'am. No, ma'am, because that's not true. That's not true.
But that's also what I'm saying. The comments, sometimes the comments fuels stuff unnecessarily
Right.
between people who do have genuine friendships. I fuck with you. I've
And
always
you
fucked
know
with
I
you.
fuck with you.
I've never been jealous of you
You
at all. I've
absolutely not.
always been in a
Right.
big support system of you. But
Absolutely.
because we have a heated discussion, now everybody want to try to make it seem like, oh, Journey's doing this or Journey's doing that
Right.
or Journey's doing
No.
this.
And
Ever
we'll
since the
talk
beginning
after
of this
this. Me and
conversation,
you.
I
Yes.
have been saying the whole
Right.
entire time,
Right.
you have been taking all the smoke. I'm taking accountability for the fact that I didn't stick up for what I should have stuck up for when I should have stuck up for it. Anybody else would have still acted like they didn't know what the hell was going on. So I'm doing what a woman is doing right now and
Absolutely.
having a one-on-one conversation with you and talking
Absolutely.
to you about what's going on. It may not have been when you may have wanted it, but I would
This
rather
ain't
it
got us
be
fucked up,
I
so
would
y'all do
I
not
would
think
rather
that,
it
please.
be I
Okay.
would rather it
Mhm.
happen than it not happen at
Me too.
all. I am not trying to blame nobody. I'm not trying to put no smoke on nobody. I'm not saying any of that.
And we ain't
Everybody
finna
knows
let
I
nobody
don't
put none
do
on you.
drama.
Exactly.
No mess, no nothing. I just say what I see, and if you agree, you agree, and if
They
you
stole
if
no
you
money.
don't, then we can agree to disagree. I've always been one that has been mature enough to be able to receive constructive criticism and also give constructive criticism.
Ain't here
But none of y'all in these comments are going to try to make it seem like I ever stole or took anything from
ever.
that man,
No.
or I did not have some shit that I
That's
had to
right.
take care of. We have lives. People have jobs. People have kids. Everybody don't spend 24 fucking hours on Bigo. Some of y'all is bored as fuck. Some of y'all don't got no lives and you wonder why you single. Y'all over here giving all y'all energy, taking too much energy on Bigo, and
Right.
y'all giving all y'all time to Bigo, and y'all wonder why your personal lives is fucked up. I care about my personal life. So I'm not going to give all of this my attention. So if I have to bow out, that's what I'll do. And if you don't fuck with me for it, then fuck you. I don't care. I don't care no more.
It's all right. It's all right. But that's what we not gonna do, y'all. And Lisa, you can come back up here, but we cannot spread no false narratives at all. No false, and maybe you misspoke, but that girl ain't stole no money. She 100% sent all that money to whoever won. Okay? We ain't gonna put our shit, and please don't let this have y'all fucked up. I fuck with Journey and Journey fuck with me. Please. Just because we had this discussion, I don't think Journey jealous of me. Don't start that. This ain't no Lady B type of situation. That girl have supported me as I have her. So absolutely not. This ain't that. Okay, and I do love Journey too. And I know Journey loves me. But we will absolutely not put that kind of shit out there now. We can do our, this ain't shit. Okay? But we ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. That girl ain't stole shit. Ain't stole for nothing. Ain't stole nothing.
Much for allowing me to come back. And no, I did not misspeak. I asked a question.
Okay.
I asked the question and then she got upset and irate. Someone in the comments got exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
In the midst of everything, why were you blamed for everything and Journey never stood up to say
But it
anything?
wasn't just
That
Journey.
is a
It's a
whole
lot of
nother
us.
issue.
It's a lot of us.
Excuse me?
I said it
Go
wasn't just
ahead.
Journey. It's a lot of us. It's a lot of
Right.
It
us.
was
The
So,
church
but
misleading.
community.
my point of it was in the very beginning. So, like, even a lot of
Oh
folks
my
was coming
lord.
out the woodworks. She was one. So, even if she was the chief wanting to be over the church or whatever, and that's fine. Cause from what I saw, always said you weren't over the church and you didn't want to be.
No.
But that's the only question I was asking because there was a lot of things that you was blamed for, but you never said anything. So she brought this conversation up. That's why I said I was glad that she brought this conversation up because it was a lot of like, why would you continuously take this and you're not saying nothing? But then when you talking to her today, your feelings is coming out, which is good. But again, all this could have been behind closed doors with the admins yourself before all of this got out of hand. And do I believe that maybe conversations was had on the end that helped with the division? Probably so. But see, that's the sad part. I hate to see the division even within the church.
Well, what she came up here and said was very misleading.
Lisa.
And I think that this conversation shouldn't be with nobody but church members. I don't think nobody should be coming up here but church members on this topic.
Okay.
Because what
And
she said was very
okay, and I
misleading.
respect
And
your
it was
opinion, but when it
okay, and I
became
think you
public,
should
though, ma'am, but when it
respectfully dumb
became
down
public,
and
yes,
let this show go on and let's dead this right here. Because you was
exactly. Okay,
going
and
yeah.
Miss Gigi, I agree with you, and that was my point. All of this
Okay, so
still
let's
should have
let
been
it go
behind
from here.
closed doors,
And if
and then it
nobody else
should
from
have
church
never
is
came
coming up
public. And so, since
misleading
it did,
nothing,
I
you
said what I
shouldn't
said.
either. You
Listen.
shouldn't either. Your
I shouldn't either.
sentence
What, ma'am?
should be scratched.
I
And that's
shouldn't either.
just
What,
that.
Miss Gigi?
Thank
I
you,
didn't hear
Tommy.
you. You said I shouldn't do what now, Miss Gigi? What did she say?
She, hold on, no, and Shay.
No disrespect, but yeah, we should just keep this in the church. Everybody got their opinions. Keep it in the comments. You know, I liked how Journey and Tommy had their conversation
And we're
without
fine.
anybody putting the extras, bringing up stuff that don't make no sense. So, Tommy, I really appreciate it. Just for me,
Yep.
have the family come up and say how they feel, and whoever this is, I don't know because I don't keep up with other people other than the
Okay.
church. Just say honest, truthfully opinion. Even the cats, be honest. Let's be honest all with each other. Let's get all our ducks in a row. Let's stop being behind closed doors, secretly talking about each other, and let's put it out there. Journey and Tommy put it out
We
there,
got
said
it
how
out.
they felt, kept it 100,
And
and
that
kept it
is
moving. They
good.
had a cool conversation, and that's it. I love y'all,
Right.
church. I love y'all, cats, and I don't like this shit. I've been chilling
Right.
back, but it is what it is. It's
And
gonna
then to
happen.
you,
It always happens. It
MKO.
happened. I'm in the middle. Like I'm not old church and I'm not new church. I'm in between. I've been where I see what Papa P was been trying to do. He has fans. He has people that freaking love him, and they wanted the opportunity to be close to him. So he created something so they can be close to him, and we could be family. But you don't have to like everybody. You don't have to. But we could be peaceful. We could be mindful and love each other from a distance because that's what P wanted. And we gotta keep on reminding ourselves that's what P wants. What P want, not us, not us. What P. So,
I know
all
what
right.
you're saying.
Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Okay.
So, and I respect that, MKO, and I don't know you either. This is my first time ever seeing you. But again, it is good that this stuff came out so that maybe the behind the scene things will not go on any longer and that you will come together. So they was having a
Because we can.
conversation. Right. Yeah. That's the whole main issue. Just it should have been handled behind closed doors. And not allowing one person to take all the blame for everything. And Journey, I'm not worried about your threats, boo.
Okay.
I
We
remember
go.
when, yeah, I'm just not. I'm
Let's
just
table
not.
that.
So I
Because
mean,
y'all
just
ain't.
keep it cute, girl. Okay.
Okay. Let's table that. Let's table that.
Hey, Tommy, I
Hey.
hate that you feel like we didn't do enough to defend you, but I do want you to know whenever everything was happening and all those badges were getting taken, I took it a point to screenshot our list and I put it in the family chat so that the family could see who all was doing what because it was so much confusion.
Yeah.
I did that multiple times, and I know you don't be in there, so you might not have seen it. But I did want the family to know what was going on behind the
Okay.
scenes so that there wasn't any question
Okay.
as to who was
I,
doing what. So I did do that, and some people got mad. Like, why would you show that? Because they need to know
yeah.
who's actually doing what. So
Right.
I did do those screenshots of the list to show people what was going on
Okay.
in your defense and to let people know in the family this is what's going on and
Right.
this is who's doing whatever.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that as far as the 21 situation, we've already discussed it. I'll just put it out there for everybody to hear. I was already
What you
there
want,
prior
Lou?
to 21.
Mm-hmm.
I was there prior to 21 being there. I did not plan to meet 21. And once I found out there was an issue, we never met again. So um, I do want to just let people know that. But can we change the subject though? Can we
Um,
go on to with the story?
we are. We are.
Okay. Okay.
No was in the queue. I wanted to bring her up before. Where you at?
I forgot what I was about to say. I was just thinking like maybe some of these things should not be said online, and I don't think that Leisha should be coming up here having an opinion because none of us, me or her, or a lot of us, we not even in the church. So I just feel like it shouldn't have been said online, and I feel like Lisa shouldn't be saying nothing. That's all. And I just wanted to know if we could move on because
Yes.
it's getting messy. Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy. And I am on my foo. I am in the church, and cause I be going in and out, and I apologize. But the situation at hand, um, I like
Turn the light on for
you,
him.
Tommy, and
It's
I
right there
like you,
by you.
Tommy, and I like Journey.
Right there by you, kid.
But the situation at hand, to learn that, you know, even though Journey knew the information that was going on, I understand that she knows some things going on that P family don't want to be told and that she trusts. But we're talking about things that she knew that was going on, and you're part of the church. You're in higher authority also, that all the admins or whatever could have included you in there, and you all could have discussed the things that you should have known. They should have included you to let you know, because everyone else, the ops and all, ran with it like you did all of this, and they knew that it wasn't you, and no one stepped up to say anything. That's the issue. That's the topic. They knew something, but they didn't come out to say. That's the issue. So now that they know, moving forward, when you know something, you don't let nobody get dragged and feel down, and because you could have dropped your badge on something that you knew wasn't true. You could have got depressed. You could have got upset. You know what I'm saying? And it could have been the other way around. Journey could have kept her badge and you dropped yours. But I'm glad that you didn't. And so anyway, in Journey, from what you discussed tonight, I don't see a reason for why you dropped your badge. I don't see it. So all these dropping badges, still for the reason that you dropped it, still didn't have a reason to be dropped. Because if all this is for P, then the badges should have never been dropped, Journey. So get your badge back, come on back, be a family, and just move on. That's all I have to say. In the comments, I don't need to go to sleep. You need to go to sleep as well. I am church, and I just don't think it's right and fair if we're talking about loyalty, we're talking about being together as unity and coming together as one. Then we don't keep nothing from no one. Even though Tommy is in the church, she's part of the Tomcats too. She needs to know too. She's part of us. We're all in this thing together. So don't treat her like that. Simple as that. We love you, Tommy.
I love you too. And I love the
Um,
admins of the mega church. My admins, even in the time cats, but the admins in the mega church, we get along very well. We communicate very well, and I'm glad we was able to get that. Like we have that. It's locked. Ain't no breaking it. Go ahead, babe.
okay. I just want to say one thing. I know we passed it, but Miss Lisa, I just got one question. You saying it should have been handled on a back end, but why every time something was being said, you came in and put your 2 cents in? But okay, I'm gonna go to the comments.
Okay, boo. Oh, Roro, I'm sorry, boo. We go, Roro.
Hey Tommy, I'm sorry. Ooh, I just woke up because she put me to sleep. But I just have a question,
Hmm.
Miss Built Up, and I know she probably get up here and started trying to say stuff. But girl, you say you're church, but you're always on your foo-foo. I've been in this live so many times, and you are always on your foo-foo. What is going on? Why are you always on your foo-foo? Are you like in a ops lives? Like, what is it giving? Because I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm sure the rest of the church trying to figure it out too. And yes, Tommy, I'm sorry I'm being messy, but I just want to get down to the bottom of it. Let's get down to all of the business tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, boo. Hey, Roro. We can't hear you, Ro.
Oh,
There you go.
shit. My bad. I forgot I was in these comments. I've been listening to to everybody else. I'm sorry, Tommy. I love you.
I love you too. Happy birthday.
The period.
I had to think about it. Happy birthday, girl.
I'm fucked up, and I ain't finna fuck your live up. I want you to keep doing what you doing. I love you, Tommy. Fuck with it. at this point, I'm just so sick of these people. They just keep fucking with you and keep fucking with you. I am so tired of them. They need to find something else to fuck to do. Okay?
Hold on, girl.
That's with Trina B,
Yeah.
Keys to the Street, all them. I'm just
Wait a
so
minute, Ro.
over that dumb
Wait a minute,
ass
girl. She talking.
bullshit.
She dead drunk.
Wait, Ro. Go ahead, call her. Hold on, Ro. Go ahead, call her. Amen. Go ahead, Ro.
I'm just coming up here. I was just missing your live. I came in and came out. So I missed some of it, but I don't want you to repeat it because I'm 9 times out of 10 I done seen it already. So I love you, Tommy. I know how to drop down now.
Tommy, let me say this for Journey defense because I love me some Journey, right? People do things differently. So when people try to say Journey, why did she drop her badge? Like she said, it's personal reasons, and we shouldn't like question her on that. On some of that, I'm gonna give you an example, right, Tommy? A lot of people are not into going to funerals, right? But some people may judge people. Why you don't go to funerals? Do you disown that person? Do you not like? But people do things differently. You understand what I'm saying? So just because she did that, that doesn't necessarily mean she's more disloyal or doesn't like. You understand what I'm trying to say, Tommy? So
I
that's all I'm trying to say. So it's not fair to us to judge because everybody moves differently. I'm not a type of person that likes going to funerals. So you get what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I don't have love for that person that died. So that's all I want to say.
Thank you. All right. Hey, go ahead, call her. I'm sorry, I forgot, child. Go ahead. Hey, girl. That girl. Hey. Hey, y'all.
Hey, I love my P was up here before me, so I let them talk.
Go ahead, I love my P.
Hey, Tommy, how you doing, sweetheart? I don't have to prove anything. And you tell that little bass mouth, big mouth, little young girl who came up here talking about what's really going on. I don't need to prove nothing to y'all helpers as to who I am. I come the way I come. So mind your business. Well, just so y'all can see, there's my badge. Now mind your business and leave me alone. Find something else to do. That's your problem. Always in other people's business. Nah, sit in the room, stay in the comments, and be quiet. All right, Tommy, love you. I'm
Love
in
you.
the
All
comments.
right now.
All right, love.
Okay, hey Tommy, how you doing? You know how I have to come up here and act. I love y'all.
Love
I
you.
love my Tomcats. I love my mega church. I love my Tommy. I love my Journey. Journey, you got my nipples hard as fuck when you came in here and talked like you did, baby. And I don't even get down like that. But I'm just saying. And so, I saw James Brown try to tiptoe her ass up off in here like what nobody seeing what the fuck you was doing. Bitch, we still on y'all motherfucking asses too, okay? So don't think just because we having a family discussion, because that's what families do when we get together. Everybody know Uncle Charles always got to act a fool, and we got to put him to the side sometimes at the family reunion. So,
Listen,
yeah.
girl.
Girl, shut your old monkey face, bull dyking looking ass up, you big little dick ass having ass hoe. Shut your musty dirty ass up, you leaky dick ass bitch. Shut your ugly ass up. You tiptoed your ass up in here thinking that you was gonna get something and you wasn't. So fuck you with your dirty ass. Go over there and hunch on them old nasty ass dogs that you be fucking with and stop coming over here trying to get all up in our motherfucking business. You dirty hoe. Anyway,
She
so
clout
like I
chase
was
any way
saying,
she can, don't she?
and she damn sure do. She saw them
Clout
comments
chase
going
bitch.
fast as hell, and she thought didn't nobody see her ugly ass
And they got her
tiptoe her
ass out.
James Brown looking ass up off in here with that nappy ass wig on, smelling like dog shit and pee. We saw you, we heard you, we knew what you was doing. Girl, fuck you, nigga.